I'm Helen, and this is Helenschanel. Dirt. How does dirt have anything to do with Chanel? I'll show you in just a minute. Well, I'll tell you, I won't show you. Here's the deal. I'm going to talk a little bit about finding fake jewelry that you buy online. It's a nightmare to buy online sometimes because you just can't tell what's real and what isn't. Very difficult. So anyway, as I've said before, rather than say, look for this little scratch or look for this or that or look for this mark, I do go over that, but better to know what people say and what the scams are and how the wording, etc. So allow me to tell you just a couple quickly. Used to be, a while back, you could buy jewelry online and it would say from 1980, 1990, take your pick. Old, here's some old jewelry. So you're thinking, well, that's good because really the old jewelry is often much more beautiful than today's jewelry. We're talking the costume jewelry, which with Chanel is as nice as anyone else's real stones. Chanel, by the way, liked to mix them. She used to like to mix the costume with the real stuff, just because you got sort of a fancier display. But at any rate, you'd buy something, you'd think, well, this is pretty good. I like an old piece. It's pretty, it's nice in the picture, so it arrives and it's as shiny as anything you've ever seen in your life. And you're thinking, this is so great. This has been cared for, and I've got this wonderful piece of jewelry, and that's very good. So you buy another one. Let's say a couple of months down the road, you figure, I'm liking this. I want another piece. So you get another piece. And there it is, shiny as it can be. Now, the chances of getting an old piece of jewelry, shiny, shiny, shiny like a headlight, more than once or even once for that matter, pretty slim. So you have to start getting a little suspicious. And guess what? People were getting suspicious and the sales slowed down. Now, most of those were from other countries, but their sales slowed down. And so they said, okay, we'll go the opposite way. So now they said, okay, we're going to grade this. We're going to grade it like they do clothes sometimes. You know, it's excellent condition, it's very good condition, it's really used condition. So theirs is going to be A, B, ABC, this complicated thing. But one of them at any rate says very good condition, but it has some dirt, but it's basically in good condition. And you're thinking, okay, dirt. Well, let's see. You heard the expression, 10 days older than dirt? Dirt means old. It's just a psychological ploy. It means old. So you think this is pretty good. Well, you have to think about this. Why would Chanel jewelry have dirt? It's just that they're going the opposite from it's in wonderful condition, it looks like new, blah, blah, blah. We're going to say, well, it's nice, but it has some dirt. And you're supposed to think, well, that's got to be authentic. The shiny stuff, not so much. But now with the dirt and everything, well, now, let me see. What should we do here? My Chanel jewelry doesn't have any dirt on it. Did they plant it out back? Did they put it in their yard and plant it for a while so it would get dirt? I don't think so. In fact, I've never seen any jewelry of any kind with dirt on it, to be honest with you. Tarnish sometimes, but dirt, come on. So you have to think there's something wrong with this whole concept. So don't buy anything that says, well, it's very good, it's got dirt, but you know, so it's not like brand new. Shows some wear because it has dirt on it. Dirt. No. If that's in the ad, look at a different ad. The fakes that are going around are startling. And I went to a site the other day, just browsing around. Almost everything on the site was fake. I couldn't believe my eyes. You know, it's one thing to make a mistake sometimes. Everybody makes a mistake sometimes in authenticating something. And jewelry's not always easy because there's so much fake jewelry, purses, etc. I'll tell you what happened next. And that is they started doing um, jewelry that, you hear my dog barking, pretty professional. You hear, I ordered something. I'll order things from time to time just to take a look at them when they arrive. And if they're good, I'll keep them. If they're not, oh, they're going back. I got a necklace. So I see what the new scam is. Here's the necklace. It's in a box that says Chanel, which you can buy. And inside is a necklace. As soon as I opened the box, I knew it was fake. I touched it. I knew it was fake. It had no weight to it. It was, I almost didn't want to touch it. It was kind of creepy because it was so cheap. But inside, it was in a little velvet bag. It had a little instruction booklet thing with it. It had a card, you know, if you're familiar with Chanel purses or some Chanel leather goods, but the purses are where you're going to see this. It's a card that looks like a credit card, and it has a number on it. And the number matches, this is the whole reason for having that card, it matches a hologram that's hidden in the purse. On the inside of a purse, there's a tiny little hologram, and it has a number that's supposed to match the number on the card. Therefore, you have a card and a purse with a hologram. You don't have a random card with what is this supposed to match? Nothing. You don't get a card with Chanel jewelry. So here you are with your box and your velvet bag and your instruction booklet and your card and your cheap jewelry, and you've got nothing. But I guess you're supposed to say, this is amazing. I have all the Chanel stuff that makes it real because it's all in the box and everything. Well, don't do that. So that's my latest one that I've discovered. My goodness, they're coming up time after time. And that's done on purpose. That's not somebody just thinking, oh, I have this nice piece of jewelry, I guess I'll sell it, and I've saved the box and everything. No, you can get the box sometimes, but the box, the instruction booklet, and a card that doesn't belong with jewelry at all, I don't think so. So please be careful. That's all I can tell you. Just be careful, and it's not easy to be careful. Everybody gets fooled sometimes, but I don't know what to tell you. Just don't buy it unless you're absolutely positive. And if they say it's got dirt, or if it's old and yet it looks very, very shiny, or if it arrives and it has all this paraphernalia with it that says Chanel, that's wrong. Don't do it. Another thing they do now, and they've been doing it for a little while, and then I'll stop because I don't want to talk too long. Actually, I do, but I try and control it. They'll give you keywords. This is with clothing and jewelry, but with the jewelry, the latest one is repurposed. Oh, it's a Chanel repurposed chains and buttons and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? That's wrong. It's usually on purses, but it can be on other things too. Repurposed. So you're not exactly lying. It's the phrasing. They'll put repurposed button, logo, etc. And what they're saying is, I have a button here and I stuck it on a purse. It's kind of like a collage. So you can think it's Chanel, and so will everybody else because they'll see it, and the buttons have CCs on them, so there you go. Well, finally, it looks like Chanel is suing people now. They're taking them to court. I just saw the other day. They went years and years just letting it pass because there's so many people that are selling fake, and it's wrong for people like me. It hurts my business because I don't sell anything that's fake. And occasionally I'll make a mistake from time to time, but it's not a scam. It's just, I wonder about that, you know? I got to look at this more carefully. And maybe I'll ask some other people. Sometimes a customer will say, are you sure? What's that little thing? Or where's this and that? But I've been doing it 21 years, and I've really, maybe one time, maybe not even once, had something that just wasn't as good as I thought it was. But you know what? That's life in the big city. You do the best you can. But these people selling lots and lots of fakes, Very sorry. The contention is that when you put a button on something and it has a CC logo, that you are selling it and you're exploiting that logo. You could put any button you want on a purse, a whole bunch of buttons if you feel like it. But if it's a Chanel button, you are basically pushing Chanel. Otherwise, why would you use the Chanel button? And it's very, they're coming down on it, and I'm glad. People are very blatant about their fakes now. I see things on some of the social media that are, here's our operation. What do you want to buy? You want to buy a pair of tennis shoes? Well, here's 50 pairs and they're all just alike. Which ones would you like? Well, no one has 50 pairs tennis shoes, no one with authentic stuff. So they're almost saying, guess what? It's fake, but it looks pretty real if you don't know the difference. And it may look real-ish, but there will be flaws, and it most certainly will not last as long as Chanel. And part of the charm of Chanel is that you can pass it through the generations. I don't mean 1 or 2 generations. I mean, as long as we exist, we can keep passing it down. And sometimes the older the better, tell you the truth. Anyway, that's my warning for today. And I hope I talk to you again soon. Bye.